Hello again, honky tonks. Excuse the noise, birds always get excited when I walk past. Rishi Sunak. Now, people are surprised as to why Rishi Sunak has called for a general election so soon, after hinting that it may be at the end of the year or autumn. And my favourite reason is the one given by Andrew Bridgen recently on a podcast. Now, if you don't know who Andrew Bridgen is, he is one of a small handful of MPs currently sitting in the Houses of Parliament who are asking the right questions about the right things. He is an advocate, or he's speaking up for the jab injured. A very serious question which is being completely ignored by Parliament, and I think we all know why, don't we? Every time he stands up and asks a question, or if they know he's going to be there asking it, there's nobody there in the chamber. And yet when MPs to vote for their pay rises or something like Gaza or Ukraine, then they fill the House. That should tell you absolutely everything. Anyway, Andrew Bridgen was on a podcast talking about the jab injured when the subject of Rishi Sunak's snap general election announcement popped up. And the reason he gave was the one I think is the most plausible. And he said that we are currently at war with Russia, even though it hasn't been announced. We do have boots on the ground in the Ukraine operating missile systems. And the reason he's called an election is because he knows Russia are going to find out and they're going to retaliate. And he doesn't want to be that wartime Prime Minister. Would you? With our lack of armed forces, I don't blame him. He has called this. I mean, why get involved with the Ukraine in the first place? Why poke the bear? If you know that the Russians have loads of nuclear missiles, and Putin even said, listen, if I find out that they're British troops operating missile systems, firing them into Russia, I will hit British targets. Do you want to be the British Prime Minister when that happens? It was Rishi Sunak who gave Zelensky and the Ukraine billions of pounds worth of military hardware, tanks, missiles, the lot. Taxpayers' money as well, to the tune of billions, to his shame. And everyone in Parliament who voted for that, shame on you. You really are. You should be living in shame anyway if you're an MP these days, apart from Andrew Bridgen, bless him. So that's what he says. And the thing is, there are many rumours swirling around as to why Rishi called this, and I am backing this one because my reasoning is this. And remember, it's just my opinion, it's not fact, it's what I think. To operate missile systems, complex weaponry, takes time and personnel. And that's something Zelensky and the Ukrainian army don't have. They're throwing absolutely everyone into the front lines. And if it's to believe, there's a footage of a lad with Down syndrome wearing the Ukrainian uniform in a trench. I mean, why? Good Lord. Poor fella. If you're that desperate to send people like that into war, then unless of course you have a very strict DEI policy. I shouldn't laugh really. Anyway, so it makes sense that to operate the missile systems you use the country's personnel who are already trained to use them, and so that's what's happening. So yeah, it would make sense to me. I think we probably are at war with Russia. They've dragged us into it, not in my name, mind you, and I know for a fact, and not in some of your names either. It's a ridiculous, pointless, wasteful venture, which could have been brought to a head a year or so ago, but no, it's still dragging on because people want to make money. That's what the Ukraine war is all about. It's about money. And they're just feeding these, dare I say, capitalists, these unrestricted capitalists, just more dollars and pounds, and that's it really. And Zelensky and his wife, of course, and his top ministers can buy mansions and top-end sports cars, as has been reported by the mainstream media. I'll believe that. But for Rishi Sunak to get us involved in this and then drop us, call a general election because he doesn't want to get involved. We haven't got an Iron Dome here in the UK, we're not Israel. If the Russians fire missiles into the UK, there's nothing to stop them. We've got a handful of RAF Typhoon jets and that's it. So, you know, thank you. Thanks for dragging us in. Thank you to everyone who insisted that we back Ukraine and send them everything we have. Money, causing prices to go up, pensioners in their homes to freeze over winter because Zelensky wants more money. Thank you very much. You know, I hope you can all look at yourselves in the mirror when those missiles come raining down on the UK from Putin. He did say he'd do it. I believe he will as well. I'm not a fan of Putin, by the way. I'm not a Putin apologist. I'm not a Russian shill. I don't want war, even though I'm ex-British Army. War is the very last resort. But this is a war, this is a venture, this is something that Britain had absolutely no business going into. And now the people who dragged us in want to just ditch it and run away and leave us to clean up the mess. So that's why I think it's plausible. What do you guys think? Please let me know in the comments. And that's that. Oh, shout out to Bill in Chester, by the way. And a big hello to Vivian. Hi. How's your YouTube channel? And that's that. Until the next time. Share, subscribe, comment, all that lovely stuff. And I'll see you again. Lodge your trout.